Antarctica? Huh? Just the name itself feels like a vast, silent question mark on our world map. Relentless cold, they say. Hardship. Isolation. That's the story we're usually told. But looking at that image of the light bulb inside the wax warmer, it sparks a different kind of thought. That little bulb glowing warmly, almost hidden within its casing. Could Antarctica, in its icy embrace, be hiding something equally unexpected? Something that glows with the faint light of a forgotten past? The thought of pyramids buried under all that ice, it's almost absurd, isn't it? My first reaction is a healthy dose of skepticism. Pyramids? In Antarctica? It feels like the stuff of adventure novels or late-night documentaries. But then again, isn't that where the most fascinating questions often reside, in the realm of the seemingly impossible? This article mentions satellite images, those digital glimpses into our world. And apparently some of these images show shapes that, well, they look like pyramids. My mind immediately jumps to that human tendency to see patterns, that pareidolia thing they mentioned. We see faces in the clouds, don't we? So, could these supposed pyramids just be oddly shaped mountains, tricks of the light and shadow on the ice? It's the most logical explanation, the one that fits neatly within our current understanding of the world. But then that nagging little voice in the back of my head starts to whisper, what if? What if those aren't just mountains?
What?
What if there was a time long ago when Antarctica wasn't a frozen wasteland? That fossil discovery from 100 million years ago, a duck-billed dinosaur no less, that paints a picture of a much warmer past. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? If life could flourish there, then what other possibilities open up? And that Piri Reis map, that's a real head-scratcher. A map from 1513 supposedly showing the Antarctic coastline without ice. How could that be? Were there ancient cartographers with technology we didn't know about? Or, as the article suggests, could it have been based on even older knowledge passed down through generations from a civilization that existed before the ice took hold? It's a tantalizing thought, even if the critics have their perfectly reasonable explanations about cartographical errors. The geologists offer a grounded perspective, pointing to Nunataks, mountain peaks poking through the ice. It makes perfect sense. Antarctica has massive mountain ranges hidden beneath the ice. Why couldn't these pyramids just be the tips of those mountains shaped by millennia of ice and wind? It's a solid argument, and one that resonates with my logical side. But then the proponents of the theory come back with the symmetry argument. They say these shapes are too perfect, too geometrically precise to be mere natural formations. And that makes you pause. Nature is incredible, but perfect symmetry like that, it does make you wonder. And that study about algae and ice cores, suggesting periods of warmth and cold in Antarctica's past, that throws another layer into the mix. Could there have been a window of opportunity, a warmer era when a civilization, perhaps one we know nothing about, could have thrived and even built structures? The skeptics are quick to remind us that the Antarctic ice sheet is millions of years old, long before modern humans. But who says it had to be modern humans? What if there were other intelligent beings, civilizations that rose and fell before our recorded history even began? It's a wild thought, I know. The article touches on the real challenge here. Antarctica's harsh environment and isolation make it incredibly difficult to conduct thorough research. And the Antarctic Treaty System, while crucial for protecting this unique environment, also limits certain activities. So this mystery might remain buried under the ice for a long time to come, simply because it's so hard to get to and investigate. It's easy to dismiss these ideas as fantasy, as something out of a science fiction movie. But isn't it also a little bit exciting? The thought that there might be more to our planet's history than we currently understand? That there could be lost chapters, untold stories waiting to be uncovered in the most unexpected places? Ultimately, the article is right. There's no solid evidence, not yet anyway. But the conversation itself is valuable. It reminds us that our quest for knowledge is never truly finished. Like that persistent wind howling across the Antarctic plains, our curiosity keeps pushing us to ask questions, to explore possibilities, even the seemingly outlandish ones. Maybe these pyramids are just mountains. Maybe the Piri Reis map is just a lucky guess or an error. Maybe the fossil record doesn't point to a lost civilization. But maybe, just maybe, there's a flicker of truth in these theories, a hint of a forgotten past waiting to be brought to light. And as a free thinker, I find that possibility, however remote, incredibly compelling. It's like that little light bulb in the wax warmer, a small source of illumination in a vast darkness, prompting us to look a little closer, to question what we think we know. and to remain open to the wonders our world might still hold.